Hello, lovely viewers. You're once again welcome to the channel Time to Change Me in 10 Minutes. My name is Salome Maku Amasa, and I'm your lecturer for today. Today, we will be looking at Unit 1, Chapter 2, Lesson 2, and on the topic, Taming the Heart. Lovely folks, when we talk about taming, from the Oxford Dictionary, it means making less powerful and easier to control. I repeat it once again. Taming means making less powerful and easier to control. When horses and cattle are tamed, they become very useful and helpful to build a ranch or a farm. Likewise, it is very important that we tame our own hearts, because if we do not, our hearts will drag us wherever it wants to go. Many people want to be successful in life, but they do not know how to control the desire that arises in their heart. A happy, problem-free life is possible if only you could keep up with your goodwill. However, it is difficult because the heart follows in a different direction. The heart does whatever it wants to do, even though in your mind you want to do something else. Many people think I should be doing this, but before they realize, their heart is flowing in a completely different direction. To succeed in life, people think I should study well. I should have some exceptional skill. I should have lots of money. I should marry a beautiful wife. I should live in a nice and good house. And I should drive a flashy car. All this can be attained, but it can collapse overnight because you do not learn how to tame the heart. It is very easy to differentiate or distinguish between people who tame their hearts and people who do not tame their hearts. Whenever there is a friction or an uncomfortable situation, then people who do not learn to tame their hearts, they become very pitiful in their lives and they think their lives have come to an end. But when you see such people, they have pretty faces and they are very good. Lovely people, today I want to share with you the story about taming a horse. Long time ago, after America was formed, people from England got on ships and crossed the Atlantic Ocean, arriving in America, which is the new land. Their intentions is to settle at the east coast of America. Present days in America, the highways are well structured and well organized, but before, the whole place was just an empty, vast piece of land. So people moved throughout the vast piece of land trying to settle, stay and live in their settlements. At the time, the primary mode of transportation were horses. But they came across horses that were so wild. And you know, when you meet a wild horse, how dangerous and how miserable your life can be. So these horses were not able to be used. They have to first tame it to be under control before they can use them. So they have to go through the process of taming the horse. There, the wrangler, when I mean a wrangler, is a person who has been trained, a professional person who is trained to take care of what? Of animals. The wranglers prepare a lasso. A lasso is a rope that has a round end, and this round end will be thrown onto the neck of the horse in order to control it and tie it. So the wranglers will get closer with their lasso in their hands. They get closer to the horse and they throw the lasso over the neck of the horse. But in doing this, it is very difficult because The horse is struggling with them. The horse is running up and down. So they try 1 time, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, and they are like, oh, we nearly got it. 40 times, 50 times, oh, we nearly got it. 70, 80, 90 times, and finally they are able to throw the lasso over the neck of the horse. But even though the lasso is over the neck of the horse, young men are holding to the rope and trying to pull it. The horse is still struggling with them very seriously. They suffer. It even uses its hind to hit them. Lovely folks, this horse continuously fights with the young men and also the wranglers, but they are able to pull it, and finally they tie it to a firm tree. 2 days, 3 days, this horse, after several struggles, runs out of energy and becomes tired. So it wants to adapt to the new life. At the time, the owners brings it food, water, and also carrots. Then now, the horse becomes stable and adapts to the new way of life. At this time, the owners are able to use it because it is under control. So whenever the owner gets on the back of the horse already knows the intentions and the desire of its owner, and it follows according to the desire of the owner. Lovely folks, this is same as our hearts. In our heart also, if we do not tame or we don't know how to tame the heart will struggle. The heart will go wild like this horse. Then any desire, any lustful thing, any strange feelings that comes in our hearts, we just grab and we follow. I know of a young lady by name Susie. Susie grew in Tanzania. She had a lovely mother, but in her heart, she felt her mother could have aborted her. Why? Because her life was miserable, they were poor. There were so many conditions that made her heart very far, and she disconnected her heart from that of her mother. She did not want to even listen to her mother, neither to talk to her. She lived a life with her own friends. Every time she thinks she will live a happy life with her friends until she met some organization, and through the organization she had a guider who guided and advised her. Then at the time she could have a good relationship with her mother. She could realize her heart was not tamed at the time, so her heart just grew wide. That is why she couldn't recognize the love of her mother. Lovely viewers, if our heart is not under control, we will follow and do many things it is not necessary for us to do. And before we realize, our life is full of difficulty. To live a happy life, our heart needs to be tamed and under control. I believe those who followed my previous lecture, you can remember many thoughts visit us, but not all these thoughts survive. The mother turtle lays about hundreds of eggs, but not all these eggs becomes baby turtle. If all the eggs that is laid by the mother turtle should hatch and become baby turtles, then the ocean will be filled with nothing but turtles and there will be no space for water. Likewise, if we can accept all the thoughts, all the feelings and desires that it is coming out from our hearts, then we can imagine how miserable and pitiful our lives will be. But if we learn to apply brakes to the things that comes out from us to our desires, then we will live a happy life. As we said from the beginning, taming the heart is to control the heart, is to control the desires that comes out of our hearts. Lovely folks, thank you, and I'll end here with you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this page. Thank you. And also, don't forget to leave your comments in the comment box, and we are ready to reply all your messages. Bye-bye.